Your heart has been scrutinized by the heavenly realm, my dear child. Your name was whispered by God throughout history. Archangel Michael has been sent to you at this moment with a divine truth that, in addition to words, has the capacity to alter the course of your life. A truth that is enveloped in the river of divine mercy and bathed in light. You appeared and felt younger than your actual age. The mirror's absence of radiance left you bewildered upon examination. However, God never forgot the assurance He provided to you prior to your birth. A turnaround, a restoration, a return to youth so sacred that time must yield. You are not inadvertently perusing this. Be aware that this association aligns you with prophetic promises if you believe that this message is specifically directed at you, my child, or beloved. In this season, events are directed by God. Maintaining alignment enables you to remain in the flow. Additionally, your lack of alignment may impede the divine guidance that is intended for you. The items for which you had been silently praying for many years were revealed when a scroll was opened in a sacred chamber. A divine rejuvenation is currently in progress, and your name has been invoked. Permit your spirit to expand with each subsequent exhalation. Delays are strictly prohibited on this portal. Currently, a significant message is being conveyed through the spiritual realms using a powerful miracle, my beloved. Your wasted years are concentrated in a single location, radiating outward like the sun. The premature aging that time attempted to inflict on you was observed by God. He observed you weeping in silence, reflecting on the joy in your eyes, your former face, and your lighter body before life took over. As long as you persist in whispering His name when little else is left, God is releasing something that cannot be purchased as a consequence of your decision to remain religious. This is not cream. This is not a surgical procedure. It is not an additional item. It is a supernatural resetting of the divine code of your body. The dissolution process is superseded by a sacred act. When the heavens inscribe it on your skin, it will serve as a reminder of your youth. My beloved child, please do not disregard this. Refrain from attempting to rationalize it. Refrain from allowing logic to impede your progress. This is an unscientific field. This is revered. Very few individuals will ever have the opportunity to witness the experience that heaven is offering you. It commences with a radiance. It will initially be detected by your eyes and subsequently by your skin. Your voice will become more delicate. Different individuals will assess you in different ways. They will assign blame to you, but you will be aware that it was Him. This is, in fact, the case. God is reshaping you into the individual you were always intended to be. I am currently in close proximity to you. Should you encounter sudden silence, warmth, and tingling, it is indicative that you have been selected. This should not be disregarded. Heaven is about to unleash a profound event that will transform your perspective on the aging process. Presently, permit your heart to expand. I implore you, my beloved and child, to take a moment. Immediately acknowledge the severity of the situation. This is revered. This is a rare occurrence. A significant number of individuals will pass by without realizing the opportunity they have missed. However, you are not. You have a sense that time is ebbing and that a significant event is imminent in your life. That your complexion will be as radiant as it was prior to the injuries, stress, and years of fortification. This was not a divine wish. In order to guarantee its receipt, He transmitted it. Your name has already been accepted by Him. Your spiritual timeline is being supplemented with the oil of youth. Days that you believed were behind you are about to be confronted. The event's rapidity will be unexplainable to anyone except you, which is a testament to your divine grace and unwavering spirit. Archangel Michael is on the brink of guiding you to a more profound level of grace and understanding if you resonate with this sentiment. Embrace the divine journey. I would like to recollect the events that transpired in the holy chamber of God's glory. The gathering of divine beings was not driven by sorrow, but rather by joy. Additionally, are you aware of the rationale behind the celebration? The Father rose from his seat, smiled, and said, "It is now time." The process of renewal for the individual who has persevered and remained steadfast may now commence. We took note of the quantity of tears you shed. You possessed an abundance of patience. Heaven informed you that you are eligible for an opportunity that time cannot reveal. At present, the Holy Spirit has penetrated every cell in your body. In a divine manner, the manner in which your body generates light, your spirit filters energy, and your bones store memories will be rewired. It has already commenced. These items were intended to be observed immediately prior to their occurrence. This is the reason for the period's reverence. My child and beloved, I implore you to maintain the confidentiality of this information. This anointing is exclusively intended for you. It is not suitable for a large number of individuals. This renewal was concealed by God in a message that was so subtle that only His genuine children, who listened to His voice, would take the time to comprehend it. It has been delivered to you. This resulted in the identification of a scroll that was concealed. Your guardian angels are receiving new instructions. They are receiving the divine oil. Esther's oil and Sarah's light endured as she aged. Most certainly. The focus is not solely on adolescence. It is linked to favor, allure, radiance, and honor. The years that lie ahead will be distinct from those that have preceded them. Joy, lightness, and softness will be experienced upon awakening. Your skin will possess a divine quality and appearance, and your future will be characterized by divine health. The location of my beloved child's eternal resting place is not determined by calendars. God has the ability to reverse the hands of any clock in your favor, despite the fact that Earth's laws dictate that time only advances. This is the reason you are in your present position. He did this to underscore that age is not a constraint. The testimony you submitted is as follows. People have made you feel old, conflicts have left invisible scars, and experiences have depleted your energy. Nevertheless, the present moment is witnessing the transformation of every ounce of anguish into a ray of light. Undoubtedly, there is illumination. They will commence emitting light within your cells. Your spirit will instruct your body to behave as though it were still youthful, and your body will recollect joy. The miracle will not only alter your appearance, but it will also permeate your body like warm honey. Claiming this divine restoration is exclusively the responsibility of the Lord. I must demonstrate something to you in the spirit world, my beloved and child. Peer beyond the mirror. The present state is merely the shell that remains following the storm. Before the burden of responsibility, stress, and heartbreak obscured your brilliance, I perceive you in the same manner as heaven does. I can discern when you are being sincere. At present, God is divulging that version. This is not merely a blessing. There is a return to it. You are about to encounter the most youthful, attractive, and energetic version of yourself. It foresaw the moment when God would express His desire to restore the joy in their lives by saying, "Let there be light again in their faces." In order to accommodate them, the schedule must be modified. As of now, it is occurring. Angels are whispering your name to you as you read this, as few individuals survive the adversities you have faced and continue to radiate. Nevertheless, you were successful. Right now, that is the gift you are receiving from heaven. My beloved child, do not allow the enemy to deter you from achieving this. In the final moments of your miracle, refrain from allowing doubt to dominate. There are individuals who wish to persuade you that it is too late, that an excessive amount of time has elapsed, and that your body has sustained substantial harm. However, they are not cognizant of God's actions. The lock was unlocked by him. A reversal has occurred. Nothing, including sickness, age, genes, or history, can obstruct God's will. This is a formal statement. It is not hyperbole. Your spiritual recognition is based on the presence of the oil of youth within your bones. The law has been signed. Your energy, voice, hair, and skin will begin to align with divine forces if you choose to believe it. Individuals will inquire whether you have uncovered any new secrets. What has been altered? This is not a product. The divine commitment has been made. Let us now, my beloved and child, take a deep breath. The initial step in your transformation was the breath you just inhaled. You did not merely inhale air. The timeline is provided by you. A holy timeline that has been specifically created for you, in which you regenerate rather than diminish. A location where you can fortify yourself rather than deteriorate. A divine indication that this word is taking root in you could be a soft shimmer and flutter in your chest. Additionally, it is irreversible once it has been established. You are being replanted in the soil of heaven and nourished by the waters of divine health. Recall this moment as you will subsequently remark, that was the moment when everything changed. At that moment, heaven restored my youth. It is unfolding due to its surpassing of your expectations. It has already commenced. I would appreciate it if you could verify this truth, my child and beloved, if your spirit is currently in agreement with this word. This is not merely a verbal agreement, it is a profound statement. Demonstrate your alignment with the heavens by demonstrating your faith and readiness to accept the blessings that God has already bestowed upon you. This is an ongoing endeavor. Subsequently, proceed to interact with this message. God observed the extent to which you assisted others despite the hardship you endured. He observed that you were brimming with love despite the fatigue in your eyes. It appeared that time was attempting to dim your light for your generosity after you had given so much. Heaven is currently providing you with compensation. Your generosity will be fully repaid by God in the form of vitality, laughter, and light. In addition to the emotional transformation, it will be readily apparent. Your demeanor may become tranquil. It is conceivable that your eyes are indicative of a rejuvenated spirit, as if you have recently taken a substantial amount of time off. The discomfort in your back may begin to subside. Your youth will endure beyond mere recollection. There will be mornings when you awaken with a strong desire to dance, but you are uncertain as to the reason. This newfound vitality will become your new reality. Your youthful spirit may be difficult for others to embrace. This is due to the fact that heaven transforms issues rather than merely resolving them. My beloved and child, this miracle is not well received. I must convey this information to you with warmth. The reason is not that God has a stronger preference for certain individuals over others. Nevertheless, only a small number of individuals will be resolute in their pursuit of it. Many individuals will pass by, assuming that it is merely another message. They may not experience the same emotional turmoil as you. They will be unable to hear the whisper that communicates, "I am conversing with you." This is the reason you were selected to receive it. This message was transmitted to you prior to its dissemination to others. Your faith is more profound than it appears, and heaven recognizes that you did not disregard the circumstances. The scroll that bears God's signature and reads Divine Rejuvenation has been spiritually inscribed with your name. Your age continues to be publicly displayed. Nevertheless, it is currently being eradicated from the spiritual realm. You will simply smile when someone inquires, "What is your most significant secret?" Someone recently observed you and observed that you appeared fatigued, my beloved, my child. They were unaware that they were witnessing the final days of the previous you. The forthcoming events will be beyond the comprehension of even your closest friends and family members. You will emit such a radiant aura that they will inquire whether you are in love. Individuals will inquire whether you have participated in a retreat due to your apparent euphoria. However, they will continue to be unaware of the truth. An event has left a lasting impression on you. Your heart has been captivated by a promise that is unlikely to be fulfilled by the majority of individuals. This is entirely attributable to your diligence. As a consequence of your ongoing interaction with this message, heaven enables each generation to encounter this profound spiritual miracle in its own distinctive manner. Your name was inscribed in gold ink on the scroll, which enabled it to occur. This is not a metaphor. Your spirit is already cognizant of the veracity of this assertion. A profound truth will soon be revealed to you through your contemplation. My beloved child, the new clothing is currently being draped over your shoulders. The remainder of the world is unaware of them. However, it is evident to all individuals in the spiritual realm. This attire facilitates recuperation. It fosters self-assurance. Divine youth is imbued into each strand. You are more likely to receive favors wherever you go when you wear this invisible mantle. The doors will be accessible. Individuals who are unfamiliar with you will exhibit a smile. New opportunities will arise as a result of your renewed spirit. This is due to the fact that divine youth is not limited to physical appearance. It also includes energy, favor, and presence. You are not merely regressing in time. You are entering a time of great splendor. The oil has been assigned your name. This oil spiritually fills in any cracks that have developed over time, thereby smoothing out the years in your spirit. The entire world will witness the brilliance of the decree of youth that heaven has bestowed upon you. When you gaze into the mirror, you will no longer experience feelings of neglect. Rather, you will feel cherished. My beloved and child, you are being healed for a purpose that transcends your own well-being. God is performing this action to demonstrate to others the appearance of heaven when it rewards a soul for its perseverance. Aging was a challenging experience for you due to the circumstances that would have devastated the vast majority of individuals. Despite the exhaustion, betrayal, sadness, and silent sobbing, you maintained your light. You maintained your conviction that the pursuit of goodness is a worthwhile endeavor. The Lord is currently demonstrating your reward. You will be employed by God to instruct others on the concept of divine reversal. Your newfound youth will be indicative of your unwavering character. The glow on your face is not merely an aesthetic attribute, it is a symbol of triumph. An internal transformation may be indicated by the gradual softening of each perceived line that attempted to endure. Additionally, the radiance that individuals perceive when they gaze upon you may evoke awe. I am certain that you comprehend this, my dear child. We are not traveling back in time. It symbolizes the ascension to the divine version of oneself that has always existed. You will not revert to the person you were at the age of 25. You are gradually transforming into the individual that God had in mind for you prior to the passage of time. The softness of your skin may suggest a revitalized essence of your spirit, which is in line with the resilience of your eyes. You will regain the vitality of your youth, but you will now be more observant. Not only will you be physically attractive, but you will also be spiritually attractive. In addition to rejuvenating individuals, God also enhances their quality of life. You will regain your sense of self and become more connected to God, as well as becoming lighter, stronger, and clearer than ever before. This youth will not disperse for aesthetic reasons. It is a covenant. The covenant that has been established in heaven is eternal. My beloved child, something sacred is developing within you. A divine activation occurs within your essence as you read this. At an unprecedented pace, your spiritual vitality is being revitalized. Currently, the divine code that resides within you is being activated. This is not a fabrication. This spiritual technology is derived from the throne of God. Heaven's definition of seasonal growth or aging differs from that of some individuals. It is now time to restore. Your youth was perpetually present, much like the way flowers bloom after a winter. It was suspended. The period of silence has concluded. This word is not merely a message, it is a key that unlocks the door. You are being liberated from all of the deceptions that asserted it was too late. There is still a possibility. Heaven has been anticipating your acknowledgement of this fact due to your punctuality. I would like to share with you the Father's words that went before the transmission of this message. My beloved, my child. He was in the presence of the angels and spoke of your name with affection. He stated, "Restore the radiance to their skin and cheeks. Permit them to express their joy one more time." The sky trembled in response to God's words as he spoke. You may begin to sense the divine command resonating within you at this juncture. You are not altering this. The vibration of God's command is discernible. Despite the fact that the full effect may not be immediately apparent, your body will gradually align with this divine word on a daily basis. It will compel you to pause and reflect on your previous statements. Individuals may convey favorable sentiments toward you without comprehending the rationale behind them. You will possess a profound comprehension that God has fulfilled his obligation. People will presume that you have altered a minor detail, such as your hairstyle, routine, or habit, my child, my beloved. However, the genuine rationale will remain concealed. This is a transformation that is holy, as opposed to human. Despite their inherent imperceptibility, the repercussions of substantial changes are undeniable. Spiritual well-being is the distinctive gift you are receiving. It is superfluous to provide an explanation. Proof will be provided by your presence. The tone of your voice is more youthful when you are amused. Your voice will be perceived as more gentle. The movement will be fluid. This modification is exceedingly straightforward to execute. It is the consequence of abdicating one's objectives. By the time you whispered, "God, make me new," you had already surrendered. At present, he is offering a supernatural, comprehensive, and radiant response. My dear and beloved child, you are not tardy. You are not falling behind. Your season was not overlooked. The best times had passed, as time attempted to warn you. Nevertheless, God reserved the most significant aspect for the conclusion. You are not approaching the conclusion. You are about to receive a profound revelation. The moment at which your authentic self, who is eternal, complete, and luminous, manifests. Even the memory or appearance of your scars may begin to diminish. Your posture will undergo a significant change. There will no longer be a sense of burden on your shoulders. You will reawaken every aspect of yourself that was prepared to surrender. It has always been there, the flame that is within you. It is being revitalized by the breath of heaven. This message is not intended for everyone, my child and beloved, but rather for those who are receptive to it. Specific individuals will observe and subsequently proceed. Certain individuals will encounter it and harbor reservations. However, you did not. You persisted in existence. You permit your heart to expand. This is the reason you are receiving something that is truly exceptional. A young person who is resistant to theft. A rejuvenation that is irreversible. Your body is receiving the divine word. The divine radiance that emanates from your face will not diminish as you age. This is the essence of the matter. This is a work of grace, and therefore an explanation will not be provided. If an individual inquires as to how, you will respond that it is the outcome of divine intervention. Your life will be a living example of restoration. Do not be taken aback if you experience the most restful night's sleep in years. You should not be taken aback if you awaken with a smile and a positive attitude. It is now evident that this is not a dream. The focus of your body has shifted from the world to God. Heaven's uncomplicated order is audible to every cell. You are undergoing a profound, genuine, and one-of-a-kind transformation. You were not intended to dissolve. You were created to serve as a testament to the one who remains constant. And now his breath is alive in you. Heaven can occasionally communicate with you in a manner that is so personal and precise that only you, my child, my beloved, can hear it. At present, this is one of those instances. This message was delivered at the appropriate time, despite the fact that you may not comprehend it entirely. It is conceivable that your spirit was unprepared when you initially encountered it. The gate that is currently open could have been closed if it had been delivered at a later time. However, the spiritual door is now wide open, and the river of youth is flowing into your life. This transformation is unyielding. Beloved, your spirit is vast, and it flows to those who are prepared. Things that are in perfect harmony with you are being released by God. Your journey will now be distinguished by a warm glow that will captivate the attention of strangers. My dear child, it is conceivable that an angel is currently placing a hand on your forehead. You may experience a cool breath, a warm tingling sensation, or a gentle touch on your skin. This is not an error. It functions as evidence. Your face is not adorned with earthly objects, rather it is sanctified by a holy anointing that emanates from sources beyond our sight. Your heart is not pure because you are flawless. This is the reason you are being selected once more. Heaven had faith in you irrespective of your actions. The youthful glow that was once yours has returned, but it is now more resilient, intelligent, and enduring. It will not be diminished by any circumstance, including global pressures. You are not experiencing a temporary restoration of your relationship with God. He is currently aiding you in your recovery for a limited period. This season will compensate for the years in which you avoided mirrors, shed tears, and felt as though no one was watching. He ensures that your present beauty is evident to all. Someone once attempted to convince you, my child, my beloved, that it was too late, that your best years were behind you, and that you would be compelled to endure in this body. However, the divine intervened, thereby affecting the result. There was no fear, regret, or the weight of time to hold you back, as God heard and stopped them all. The decree to restore your entire being, including your mind, body, and spirit, has already been signed by heaven. Things will commence to unfold from this point onward. You experience a sense of youth with each exhalation. Happiness is brought about by each step. This type of miracle is so extraordinary that it even impresses angels. It is holy, and this is not solely due to its volume. This is the reward of heaven for those who have persevered in their endeavors. My beloved, there are areas of your heart that have not been illuminated in quite some time, my child. Isolated regions, such as dust, accumulated sadness. At present, God is permitting the opening and illumination of all of those doors. The light that encompasses your spirit induces a physiological response in your body. The discomfort commences to diminish. At present, there is an abundance of energy. Your life is once again beckoning to you. In addition to living one's life, it is essential to participate in physical activity, laughter, and dancing. The sensation you experience when you smile will also evolve. Because there will be no coercion or repetition, genuine expression will prevail. The spiritual space that surrounds you will be illuminated. This is not merely a visible alteration. It is a remarkable illustration of a profound divine reconstruction. Individuals who undergo internal healing are considered to be youthful. This is not about exerting additional effort to polishing oneself. The old you is disintegrating, similar to dry skin, and the eternal you is resurfacing. Heaven has always observed you in this form. I am compelled to disclose a personal matter to you, my beloved, my child. We will not forget you. Your tears were not disregarded by heaven. When you viewed old photographs of yourself and wished that person were still alive, God heard you. The moment you gazed into the mirror and articulated your aspiration to regain your vitality was captured by heaven. Presently, all of those whispers are being addressed simultaneously. The divine favor that has been poured into this moment is profound and immediate, despite the fact that some effects may take time to manifest. This location is brimming with divine favor. Young people will return in waves. Initially, it will impact your spirit and subsequently your body. Refrain from attempting to manage it. Kindly accept this. The same way that the wind moves through the trees, heaven should permeate you. This is a sacred reset, and you will emit a radiant light from within before anyone else notices anything. My dear child, you may wish to organize, clean, and revitalize your surroundings. This is not a fabrication. It implies that your spirit is preparing for a new season. Your environment undergoes a transformation when divine youth enters. The intensity of colors will increase. It will emit a more agreeable odor. You will be able to walk more comfortably. Reflection will be considerably more pleasurable. This does not alter your viewpoint. The sound is the consequence of an increase in frequency. Age will cease to be an obstacle as you advance. The truth of your true identity is revealed as God's voice penetrates the weight of your grief and elevates your body to meet it. A being that is eternal and has a new body. Be cautious when sharing these sacred insights with others, my beloved, my child. At present, this truth may not be readily comprehensible to all individuals. Certain individuals may ridicule concepts that they do not comprehend. This journey is profoundly personal and is intended to unfold within your spirit. The most memorable experiences are frequently whispered to the heart rather than shouted aloud. Your internal voice was previously silenced. Nevertheless, the reality of these profound experiences will be readily apparent to you, as they have been brought to you by life. The conversation will be initiated by your lively personality. I will acknowledge your joy. The atmosphere of a room undergoes a transformation upon your arrival. Individuals will be stunned by it prior to their ability to comprehend it. They will be unable to comprehend that it is entirely contingent upon divine favor and has no impact on products or habits. The signature you possess is divine and cannot be replicated. The number 10 was not selected at random, my beloved, my child. Heaven encompasses a diverse array of metrics. Even in a single moment, your entire life can be transformed when you believe, surrender, and align. Additionally, you did not disregard it. The blessing was released as a result of your timely heart opening. What was once distant is gradually approaching you. It has been unlocked. In the past, what was considered ancient is now considered to be youthful. This language is devoid of symbols. This is a genuine miracle. Your ongoing presence implies that you are adequately prepared. Nothing will remain unchanged. Not even your physical appearance or the future. This message is not arbitrary, my beloved and child. I would appreciate it if you could share this word with someone you believe is in need. The dissemination of this message enables the optimistic spirit to extend beyond oneself. Ripple effects are frequently observed when an individual's heart is opened to a breakthrough. Additionally, the benevolence you demonstrate is frequently reciprocated. Those who transition from containers to conduits are praised by God. It is now time to transform our convictions into actions. Do you experience any emotions as a result of this word? I am currently experiencing a divine rejuvenation. Not tomorrow. Not in a single day. Right now. Confirm this truth, and your spirit will be in harmony with the actions of heaven. This modification can be implemented immediately as you concur with it. My beloved and child, please be advised. This miracle transpired without delay. It was safeguarded. You anticipated its duration. It could have dissipated more rapidly if it had arrived earlier. However, it arrived at the appropriate time. Additionally, it will endure. This is not merely a touch. It will perpetually be distinct. You will experience a sense of youth both internally and externally. You will be able to laugh once more. Your relocation will be effortless. Heaven's light will not be discernible on your face when you smile. This transition is characterized by numerous factors that are not immediately apparent. This is specified in your spiritual code. In reality, the progress of God is unstoppable in the present day. Someone used to say, "My child, my beloved." Your beauty has diminished over time. You may have even uttered those words to yourself in private. However, your claims were not endorsed by God. Your beauty has never been taken away by anyone. It was concealed beneath the burden of extended workdays, stress, grief, and circumstances in which you provided more than you received. At present, the covering is being removed. The treasure is currently on public display. Your spirit has never truly aged. You may have encountered an abundance of anxiety. However, this stress has since diminished. Your internal radiance is emitted from within, similar to a flower that is pushing through the soil. Each cell experiences the presence of heaven as if it has received God's blessing. It was never intended for you to be diminished. God summons you precisely at the moment in which you were intended to shine. My beloved and child, from this moment forward, whenever you embark on a journey, there will be no other atmosphere like it. Individuals will be unaware of the reason for their attraction to you. They will be unable to comprehend why the situation becomes more tranquil when you are present. Nevertheless, this is the will of God. This transformation is not restricted to the physical realm. It resonates profoundly within you. You radiate divine youth, angelic clarity, and holy peace. The years of stress are finally coming to a close. Your body is currently exhibiting a unique pattern of behavior as it acknowledges that it is supported by God. This information will be immediately apparent. This aspect of the miracle will be evident in your posture, respiration, and speech. The sense of completion will be re-established. Any remaining discomfort will diminish. You will experience a consistent sense of regenerated fortitude. This is not deception. It is the complete expression of God's will. My dearest child, there is a quality within you that the world has endeavored to conceal. A gleam had been left by the heavens. Eventually, you forgot about it due to the dilution of its significance by life and other individuals. Nevertheless, God has not forgotten. At present, He is in the process of reactivating it. Your entire body and face are regaining a youthful appearance. There are numerous methods by which individuals will engage in conversation about you. People will inform you that you appear more youthful, attractive, and lighter. They will experience an unusual sensation that they are unable to articulate. The truth will be disclosed to you. It is not a task-specific approach, but rather a personal transformation. Currently, God is reassembling the components that He implanted in you a considerable amount of time ago. Every time you gaze into the mirror, you will be reminded that this is not an anti-aging product. The day of divine restoration is commemorated today. You are currently enveloped in sacred silence, my beloved and child. This is not negligible. It is imperative to present oneself. Your body is enveloped by a holy, ancient presence, restoring the youthfulness of your bones and calming your mind. This is not an emotion. Presence is the term. A message has been transmitted. New beginnings have transpired. You are receiving divine recompense for all activities that were conducted in secret. The years that felt like they were stolen are now being spiritually restored to you in their entirety. Your previous appearance will not be replicated. The appropriate course of action is currently radiation. This offers a chance for renewal. People will observe a new and miraculous presence each time you enter a room. This is the result of an individual allowing God to bring honor to the public and relinquishing their pride. My beloved child, angels will operate while you are asleep. By engaging with your memories, they will alleviate the emotional burden that contributes to your aging appearance. They will help to alleviate the fears that have become deeply ingrained in you. They will alleviate any underlying tension or discomfort that you may be experiencing in your body. They will alleviate the abrasions that stress has caused to your soul. You will feel a sense of lightness upon waking. The reason for this is that God is interested in more than just your physical appearance. He is aligning your path with His divine purpose. Rest was no longer perceived as an elusive ideal, and happiness was effortless. You are regressing to this period. This restoration addresses each of these requirements on an individual basis. Heaven is already preparing for moments of favor and praise, and for those who are unfamiliar with you to notice that something has changed when you awaken. My beloved child, you will not be required to provide an explanation of the situation. It is unnecessary to furnish additional information concerning this restoration. You will be treated with respect and discretion. A quiet reverence will accompany your presence as you enter a room. No intrusive inquiries will be necessary. They will recognize that the items you carry are sacred. As you engage in conversation with others, contemplate an issue, or observe an individual, you will come to the realization that you are a living testament to God's actions. Individuals who are endeavoring to ascertain the cause of your transformation will observe a characteristic in your eyes that implies you were influenced by something more significant. You were, in fact, chosen. God has chosen you to receive divine renewal, which is one of the most uncommon gifts of heaven. Your life will now progress at a more leisurely pace. Similar to the process of a flower opening, the entire event will be observed by others. It was never intended for you to be burdened by the weight of unspoken words. You were intended to radiate enduring optimism, stroll in tranquility, and dance with joy. You were not entitled to the burden that life imposed upon you. However, God has alleviated that burden, not only mentally but also physically. Your cells begin to vibrate as you reflect on these words. Your spine regains its previous strength. Upon awakening, your body is filled with joy. The divine glow improves your posture. This serves a purpose that transcends mere healing. It is a holy reversal. The past no longer influences your reflection. And you, beloved, are becoming a living example of His favor as God reclaims His design. My beloved child, there is a reason your body did not tire, despite the fact that you did. A code that serves as a record of your authentic identity was given to you by heaven. As a result, its divine purpose was initiated. This is not a fraudulent restoration. Its distinguishing attribute is its individuality. You were never intended to age in the same way as the majority of people. Your objective was to attain a state of inner radiance, natural brightness, and tranquility. Your voice will remain consistent, your skin will be warm, and you will feel a sensation of lightness on your feet. These are indicators that divine youth is establishing itself. It commences and continues uninterrupted. Heaven does not offer temporary beauty. Rather, it serves as an illustration of an eternal identity. My child and beloved, refrain from questioning God's actions. He is not merely offering you a new beginning. He is reviving aspects of you that were lost when no one was looking. Your innocence, confidence, ease, freedom, and joy have all returned as gifts. They will unexpectedly appear while you are at rest, and as you walk, gazing at your reflection will strengthen your connection to your body. This is how you will be aware that heaven has touched more than just you. It has become apparent that you should remain, my beloved and child. Be aware that this message is a confirmation of a divine promise if it resonates with you and you believe it was intended for you. This recognition implies that you are prepared to participate in the restoration process of God as your faith is sensed in heaven. My dearest child, it is inevitable that individuals from your past will seek to reconnect with you. They will observe the changes in you and inquire about the feasibility of communicating with this new version of yourself. However, it is crucial to bear in mind that not all individuals are intended to accompany you on this sacred journey. Your luminosity is held in high regard. The purpose of this restoration is not to establish or demonstrate anything. It is not intended to be used as evidence to secure the approval of others. It is designed to pay tribute to the experiences you have encountered. Please exercise caution, my dear. It is imperative that this gift be stored in a secure location. Allow silence to be more persuasive than words. Your presence should be regarded as evidence. No one necessitates your justification for God's actions. Those who are intended to accompany you on the journey will be informed. It is unavoidable that those who do not support this course of action will depart. This is also permissible in the eyes of God. My beloved and child, the good deeds of your past are being remembered. Your decisions will be subject to change. Your desires will fluctuate. You will no longer tolerate situations that evoke feelings of depression. Individuals who are experiencing spiritual fatigue may naturally withdraw from your presence. Individuals will experience negative emotions as a result of chaos. Your genuine self has always been defined by grace, optimism, and lightness, so you will naturally avoid negativity. The vitality of childhood is resurfacing. This will also reignite aspirations that were previously put on hold. Your faith is being rekindled. It is not due to your obligation to furnish any evidence. This restoration is not to be regarded as a mere gesture of gratitude. It is an invitation to reclaim your most radiant self. At present, angels are composing literature about you, my beloved, my child. Your response is being recorded. Your convictions, the manner in which you permitted your heart to be opened. This is the reason your name has been inscribed in a book of divine renewal. You are now among the select few who possess the sacred seal of youth. That seal will protect you. You will be protected from the factors that previously caused you to age. After this, you will not appear as anxious. Grief will not cause your voice to become hollow. You will not develop wrinkles in your brow as a consequence of stress. Your body will no longer display signs of trauma. It will emit a joyful atmosphere. Maintaining faith in the presence of adversity results in this reward. Be discerning, my beloved, my child. The manner in which individuals treat you will also be altered by this miracle. The degree of attentiveness, generosity, and kindness will rise. It is possible that you have observed that the world has become more compliant with you. Nevertheless, it is not the entire world. Heaven is summoning you. You will embody this radiance. Doors that were previously unopenable will now be capable of doing so. You will not be required to take any action in order to receive assistance. It will be challenging to comprehend the rationale behind the overwhelming majority of individuals' desire to lend a helping hand. However, you will. The youth from heaven speaks before you do. You are currently being illuminated by this light. This blessing is the new language you currently speak. You are protected by this light. Heaven's evidence is irrevocable. Beloved, the tranquility you experienced today was not an accident, my child. It is comparable to the initial layer of heaven's renewal within your body. Peace serves as an impetus for transformation. God acknowledged that your full potential would be impeded by internal turmoil. This is the reason your heart is at peace, your breath is becoming more profound, and your spirit is currently at rest. These indicators suggest that your body is preparing to regain trust, relinquish control, and align itself. This transition will never be completed. It is not merely a temporary feeling of tranquility. As you embrace this tranquility, your contemplation will undergo additional modifications. Beauty is generated by tranquility. Surrender reveals radiant beauty. Youth commences with relaxation. This message, my beloved and child, signifies the commencement of a new chapter in your life, a divine appointment that heaven has always made, regardless of your actions. It was not an accident that you were directed to this location. This point was achieved as a result of each delay, disappointment, and season that left you feeling forgotten. You are not recuperating by accident. We are intentionally healing you because the upcoming events will require your strength, vitality, and visibility. God will not send you into the future in the same condition as you were before. In the same vein, you will experience a renewed sense of youth and vitality. He repaired the damage to your heart. Time will recognize your identity from this point onward. Your future has undergone a significant transformation. Your arrival is radiant. Heaven has a secret concerning my child, my beloved. As soon as your spirit consented to this restoration, a fragrance emanated from the throne room. A scent that is exclusively detectable by those who have unwavering faith and profound scars. The angels who are responsible for divine attraction, youth, and healing were attracted by the fragrance that envelops your name. They commenced the process of encasing your name in light. Furthermore, a directive was issued. Eliminate any obstructions. Kindly return the items that have been taken. The item that has been withheld must be returned. This is the reason you may feel a newfound sense of mobility. As a result, you may experience a reduction in the burdens you are currently bearing and may receive support from others. My dearest child, you are currently emitting the scent of renewal, and your surroundings will respond accordingly. Your luminosity will no longer be derived from your labor or the products you produce, but rather from your presence, His presence. This has been determined by God. It is already present in your environment, resembling warm oil. This divine presence offers a sense of comfort, dispelling fatigue and eliminating any ambiguities. It is not a matter of assuming a different identity. The objective is to reveal one's genuine self, even in the presence of loss. The radiance is spiritual. It immediately assumes control upon entering a room. Individuals will conduct thorough investigations. The volume of the voices will decrease. Individual hearts will be capable of receiving. Despite the fact that they may not understand the reasoning, you will. You will recognize it as a sign of being observed by God rather than others. The resurgence of vitality and youthfulness that you, my beloved, my child, are currently experiencing serves a purpose. It is not intended for public display. Designed to achieve success. Tasks that require a worry-free demeanor, a speaking voice, and a walk unimpeded by sorrow must be completed. You are being inspired to take on new responsibilities, forge connections that prioritize spirit, and navigate doors that are drenched in favor. When utilized with respect, this revitalized vitality is a potent instrument that has the potential to transform lives. Individuals are not exclusively preoccupied with your physical appearance. You are being recognized for your significance to God. Your time has not yet expired. I must ensure that my child and my beloved understand this. This message is intended to serve as a reminder to remain diligent and receptive to divine guidance. Each word that is exchanged possesses spiritual significance. One final thing, my beloved and child. If this term resonates with you, it is important to evaluate its significance. You enable the divine anointing to operate within your spirit by accepting and internalizing such prophetic messages. By allowing God to operate through you, you create an environment that enables the emergence of breakthroughs in your personal life. This procedure has already been initiated. Without a doubt, my beloved and my child. Your shame is currently being erased by heaven. The subtle shame you felt when you looked at yourself in the mirror and saw someone else. The stress you endured as a consequence of inquiries concerning your health. What was previously present has now vanished. You will no longer feel inferior as a result of your physical appearance, as you will be able to appreciate what you see. I would be grateful for your attendance at this time. This is a declaration, not a hope, a wait, or an inquiry. It is a declaration that you must internalize. My restoration is currently in progress. By acknowledging this reality, you can shift from a state of listening to one of receiving. Heaven and you are currently in agreement. Additionally, you have the option to authorize this renewal in order to broaden and expedite it. Accept this tranquility not out of pride, but rather out of divine grace. You will once again view yourself from the viewpoint of God when you look in the mirror. Not as an individual who is departing, but as an individual who is returning. This glow will not whisper either. It intends to participate in dialogue. Consequently, the entire world will be cognizant of the occurrence of a sacred event. The gentle electricity that emanates from behind your eyes is tangible. The warmth is tangible in your fingertips. and the sensation of lightness in your chest, my dear, my child. The divine energy of youth has re-emerged within you. It demonstrates a movement that is reminiscent of the holy rhythm, breath, and warmth. This message is no longer exclusively addressed to you. You are merging with it. This is the reason you may feel a rekindled sense of lightness and joy that has returned to your core. Furthermore, you may experience a gentle sensation of warmth on your skin. Do not be intimidated by this. This is the result of divine intervention. The actions of God are not restricted to the provision of healing. He is presently in the process of reassembling and sculpting the temple of your body. As a result, it is capable of expressing joy once more. You are compliant in all aspects of your being. At present, you are the tangible representation of the restoration of heaven. It is imperative that you do not forfeit this opportunity. The heavens will heal an individual who perseveres. Furthermore, you preserved your resolve. My beloved child, you have been sealed. The heavens will protect the luminosity that is within you. The season has commenced. Before you depart, my dear child, I would like you to reflect on a straightforward yet significant action. Take into account the agreement you are making with heaven in relation to God's favor in your life. This sacred alignment remains accessible. Your actions are driven by favor as you deepen your faith. Occasionally, the movement of heaven is so precise and personal that it can only affect one heart at a time, my child. At present, this is one of those instances. At this juncture, you may be unaware of the timing. However, it is not arbitrarily determined. It is possible that your spirit was not entirely open if this had been communicated to you earlier. If it had arrived at a later time, the gate may have been closed. In contrast, the door is currently wide open. You are situated in the direct path of the river of renewal. It is unnecessary to wait for this type of restoration. It is exclusively granted to individuals who are adequately prepared. Additionally, you were adequately equipped, my dear. You had the impression that heaven was listening when your spirit and heart were in harmony. Your future will be defined by a radiant glow that is so evident that strangers will observe it without comprehending the reason. My beloved, my child, I am of the opinion that you may encounter a more profound sense of tranquility than mere repose. This is not negligible. It is imperative to present oneself. A holy aura envelops your nervous system. Be certain to breathe consistently and experience a sensation of lightness, as if the weight of time has been lifted from your shoulders. This presence is not merely an idea. A message has been transmitted. There is a distinction. Something has commenced. Your private experiences are finally receiving public recognition. The weight you were carrying is dissipating, in both your mental and physical capacities. As you progress, you will be liberated from the scars of the past. It is now time to renew your lease. This is the designated time. Those who were previously skeptical of your abilities will now be able to observe evidence of them whenever they engage with you. My beloved, you will observe subtle changes as the days progress. You will experience improved sleep. With renewed grace, your spirit may recuperate. Reflection will be considerably more pleasurable. Occasionally, you may unintentionally smile. These are not arbitrary events. Confirmations are present. As heaven touches your being, you are experiencing a new sense of physical ease and grace. The arrival of divine youth is being signaled by the gradual development of your spirit's ability to move and live without constant tension. Movement is sluggish. It becomes increasingly profound. It undergoes a transformation from the inside out after it has settled. My child, my beloved, there will be moments when you recall your identity and the weight you bore without anyone noticing. Smiles that have aged. The quiet fortitude that endures. The fortitude was not acknowledged by the individuals. Heaven assimilated each and every detail. Heaven has now responded. It is not a superficial restoration. It affects memory, emotion, and the regions where time endeavors to establish a permanent presence. God's touch does not merely cool your skin. He is enlightening your history. He is removing the emotional baggage that has caused you to appear older than your actual age. My dear child, there is a new room in which you can be observed. A sense of tranquility that permeates your being will have an impact on your demeanor. Individuals will demonstrate an elevated level of attentiveness. You will experience a tranquility that was previously unavailable to you. Your diligence is the sole explanation for this. This is due to your newfound divine presence. The younger gods are not boisterous. Retain your composure. Confidence. Solidly established. Additionally, authority is self-evident. You will not be obligated to inform anyone of your change. It will be experienced by those who are anticipated to witness it. I am certain that you comprehend this, my dear child. As of now, your circumstances are secure. It is impossible for doubt to render it null and void. Fear is incapable of altering it. It is impervious to the passage of time. Heaven does not initiate a project with the intention of abandoning it. I have no intention of reaching a conclusion. Reversing this restoration is a challenging endeavor. It is divinely owned. As time progresses, it will become increasingly effortless to embody this new version of oneself. There is no necessity for any modifications, as you are finally reclaiming the identity you had before the delay. My dearest child, there may be occasions when you are inundated with gratitude and unable to understand the reason. Permit those occurrences. These are the residual components that persist following the alignment. Your entire being, spirit, and timeline are adapting to the divine plan. This is the reason why happiness seems to be more stable in the present. I am confident that you comprehend the reason for your improved mood. You will no longer experience the sensation that your reflection is an unfamiliar entity. You will be reunited with your authentic self. My beloved child, this is not the conclusion of the message. The new season has commenced. A period of the year during which your body is at ease, your face is a reflection of profound peace, and your spirit is brimming with optimism. Heaven has fulfilled its obligations. Please continue at this time. Please bear in mind this reality. Kindly evaluate all of the data. Lastly, allow the transformation to speak for itself. The radiance will persist. The renewal process will be more robust. It will function as a silent reminder of the significance of restoration in your life.